when drones attack. Look at that. Hold on now. Let's slow it down. One, two. What is this, Gaza? What's going on here? One, two. You see, what's going on there is these drones are daisy chained and they're doing a Bucket-Brigade kind of ceremony, whereas they maintain plausible deniability where one that poses as a star, and y'all fucking believe it. You're walking around seeing these drones, you know that they're not stars. They're sitting there posing as stars. They're not. They're drones in a constellation form, satellite constellation. It's called. Okay, so one poses as the star, the other one stays in the dark and shoots off the energy, and it is then reflected off the so-called star light. So it looks like a shooting star to those who are just stargazing or drone watching. Okay, and you can see where the one phaser photon comes from. It comes from the darkness. It's not seen, and then the other one to the right lets one off. It's like they're being reflected off of each other. It's a plausible deniability thing. All this extraneous extra stuff, circuitous routes, just to maintain plausible deniability, i.e., cover their shit up. This is not cool that this is happening, and there's nothing in response, and we're just sitting here taking it. I don't know who these people gangstalked in the past, but they ain't gangstalk anybody like me. I found out who this individual was. He's a machine learning student, artificial intelligence. His name's Patrick Grennan. He worked, and I would contend perhaps still works, for One Medical, which is seemingly an arm of Merck, if I'm not mistaken. I wouldn't be shocked. I call this DARPA and Merck combined. It was Microsoft and Merck. Microsoft's there. They just borrowed the shit that they allowed Microsoft to put out. It's not really even Microsoft shit, if you ask me. This is DARPA, and this is Merck. This is the sickness industry. This is the big pharmaceutical companies teamed up with the advanced weapons technology people, DARPA and IARPA. And they combined, and they've been working on this shit for a long time, and they're administering COVID to the population. That's what gangstalkers' jobs are. Gangstalkers were just practicing historically for this big what do you want to call it? The big hurrah. This is the big football game. This is the big event. And this is what gangstalkers were practicing for. And they fine-tune their skills, and they're giving this COVID sickness shit to the whole population. Are you kidding me? They mimic respiratory illnesses. That's their gig, man. How do you think they do it? They mimic respiratory illnesses. They can mimic any illness known to man. They can. And this is Dr. Robert Duncan. This is Dr. John Hall. This is, I'm in good company when I say this. I'm not just pulling this out of an orifice. They can mimic any illness known to man. In fact, some will argue, and I know for a fact, they are the proprietors of illnesses such as restless leg syndrome, the sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever, so you can rest medicine. That's them, because they made the sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever. These are the sickness industry people. They're making money off of they're giving you gas and selling you Gas X. Okay, let's put it that way. You look on the board of Gas X, you're going to find some culprits. They're putting gas in your hind parts and selling you Gas X. They're coming on the commercial saying, "Is your gas acting up?" Well, how do you know I got gas, Pancho? Well, because we gave it to you. So if it ain't acting up, let us know and we'll go spray again in Sector 6, wherever the fuck you're at. We'll go spray some more gas stuff. Because we gave you the gas, motherfucker. That's how we know it's acting up. Now ask your doctor for some Gas X. Lights on, lights out. Monsanto caught them red-handed, okay? This absolutely eviscerates the idea that gangstalkers are your neighbors with a microwave to your wall, a microwave with the door ripped off to your wall. It's the government, DARPA, IARPA, Merc.